Now, research shows that 3 in 10 women avoid seeing their doctor if something's wrong with their health down below because they're feeling shame and embarrassment about their bits. Now, we're talking about vaginas and vulvas.
Yay,
yes,
said it.
saying it on daytime telly because that is how we roll. But look, it's just not good enough that people feel uncomfortable, that women feel uncomfortable about going to their doctors about this. So we want to empower you to advocate for yourself. And today we're joined by a women's health expert and pharmacist of over 20 years, Laura Dowling. Now, Laura says no topic is too taboo when it comes to looking after your health, and she has written this incredible book called Love Your Vulva, as you can see there. And we've had a bit of a flick through and had a read through it, Laura, and honestly, whether you are, I don't know, in your 70s, your 50s, your 20s, your teens, it's incredibly informative. And you were really excited about this.
Yeah, well, I discovered Laura on Instagram as the fabulous pharmacist, and I thought, this is my kind of woman, because you're not afraid to say it. We've got the greatest piece of kit down here, and a lot of people, a lot of men are very frightened of it. And honestly, Laura, I wish you'd been in our meeting this morning, because there was... Even us, we're getting a bit confused about what was the labia, what was the vulva, what was... You wouldn't have believed it. So, what is the vulva? Start there.
Well, I'll show you my puppet. I bring her everywhere with me, OK? Isn't she beautiful?
She is.
Yes.
So...
I thought it was a hat for Ascot.
Well,
actually, that would be a great hat for Ascot.
some people think it's a pair of slippers, but anyway. So this is the vulva. It's the entire outer female genitalia. But
I got that wrong this morning.
Yes.
I thought I knew everything
She
about
thought the labia was the vulva.
OK, well, we're here to learn.
Brain fog.
And a lot of us would have grown up learning that this whole thing was the vagina, but it's not. So the vagina is the hole here, as we know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have our outer labia, our labia majora, and then we have our inner labia, our labia minora, which sometimes hang out, or, you know, they can be long or short, or as we get older, they can get a bit wrinkly and maybe a bit dry too, but we have things for them. And this is our clitoral hood, OK? So this covers the clitoris, and this is our clitoris.
Yeah!
I know. Wow. Now, this isn't to scale, OK? But a blind man could find that clitoris.
Well, you say that.
You may not know what to do with it, though.
But you see, the thing is, when I mean, everybody, it's really interesting because when we said that we're going to be doing this subject and we're talking about it in the studio and stuff, there were some male members of the crew that were like, oh, I felt a little bit uncomfortable, and there's some women that feel a bit uncomfortable about talking about, you know, down below. Everybody feels uncomfortable about it. But the reality of it is, we are not looking after our own health if we can't talk openly about all parts of our body.
This is so true. And our intimate health is so very important, because if women are uncomfortable down below, if they have urinary incontinence that they are shy to talk about, if they have prolapse that makes them uncomfortable, they tend to retract from society. They don't exercise as much. We're all about exercising for our longevity and our bone strength and our muscle strength. But if women can't walk the length themselves without leaking because they have urinary incontinence, and 1 in 2 women will experience urinary incontinence post-menopause. If they have prolapse, that's causing a dragging, heavy sensation in their vagina, because it's where your pelvic organs will fall into your vagina and cause that, you know, that feeling, they're less likely to exercise. So we need to empower women and show them that intimate wellness is a part of their overall wellness. It's so important. It's as important as mental health.
But isn't it perplexing to you then, for example, the very thing that will help most women not experience prolapses and not experience UTIs, unnecessary UTIs when they're perimenopausal and postmenopausal, is localised oestrogen, which is a whole different thing from the whole debate about, you know, breast cancer and hormones.
Yeah.
And yet it's not commonly either offered or understood.
I know, and vaginal oestrogen can help with so many issues. So it can help with vaginal atrophy, which is caused by reduced oestrogen levels, which can cause dryness, painful sex, just discomfort down there. It can cause urinary tract infections as well. And if women were given regular vaginal oestrogen pessaries or creams...
Or the E-string.
This is it, yeah. They can negate...
I'll tell you later. But it is available on the NHS.
It would negate these issues, or certainly help with them. Now, prolapse is caused... It's a different thing, and it's caused by... Generally, it's aggravated by a vaginal delivery. But then as women get older and go through perimenopause and menopause, women will experience it without even having gone through a vaginal delivery. And it can be alleviated with vaginal oestrogen and then also pelvic floor exercises.
It's not just about women who are off their menopause
or
off their postmenopausal.
I'm giving it to my daughter.
Because, you know, so many young girls and boys learn about their bodies through social media, so through TikTok, Snapchat, all those places. And it's not necessarily advice which is given by a trained professional. There's a lot of myths that a lot of young girls and boys take on by watching it online and think that it's true. It is really important that they do educate themselves or are educated correctly.
100%. So, for instance, a lot of teens, pornography might be their first view of, say, sex or sexual education. And a lot of the women that are portrayed in porn would be hairless, they would have symmetrical vulvas, and they don't look like what those girls would be looking like.
Orgasms just from men looking at them.
Oh, this is it. That's another. That's an entire show in itself. You know.
And there's the pressure of the aesthetic and appearance, where we're now seeing adverts on social media for cosmetic surgery for your vulva.
I know.
To be able to trim it, to change it.
It's not enough that we're trying to have more youthful faces. It's about vaginal rejuvenation and all that too.
It's a lot of shame for young girls.
It's crazy. And Nadia, I know you're very fond of the bush.
We connect on the bush,
We
don't
do.
we? Bring it back.
We absolutely do.
And I've been banging on about this for ages, and that was another lovely thing when I met you, because you were able to give me the facts. That's not healthy. To take all your hair off.
It's so interesting because pubic hair is there as a protection. It's not a decoration, although some people are not aware of that. So it will protect the vulval skin. It hosts like a micro jungle of good bacteria and has its own little microbiome to protect the vulval skin. Obviously, it protects against friction during intercourse, and then it keeps us warm down there as well. I know.
But also true is the fact that things like these feminine sprays that are meant to make your vulva smell better and all of those things.
That's a huge bugbear of mine.
They're really bad for you.
Untrue.
And a huge industry.
So, you know, feminine freshness products in their pretty pink packaging promising us that we'll smell of roses. I have never seen a Willy Fresh product, have you?
No.
Exactly. So why do we have feminine freshness products then? Our vagina is a self-cleaning oven. It's like the Miele 96 3000 new electric oven, right? Oh, sorry, of course, yeah. But it's like a self-cleaning oven and it needs no cleaning. So people that would be washing their vaginas or douching, you're disrupting the natural microbiome that's in there. That's you know, a fine balance between bacteria and fungi. And if you disrupt that, you can be more prone to thrush, to bacterial vaginosis. So
what you just said, vaginosis, that's the thing that creates the sort of fishy smell that used to be something that was just lobbed at women as an insult all the time, isn't it? And it's something that's easily curable if you know what it is.
Yes,
before we go,
absolutely.
what did you bring in your pot?
I keep looking at that box of tricks.
My little box of tricks. So I brought a vaginal oestrogen, a sample of what a vaginal oestrogen might look like. So this is the applicator. So it's actually only a teeny tiny Tic Tac like.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like a
it's very. Yeah, it does look like a mint.
Because if you're keeping on having UTIs because of this, that can actually become really dangerous, can't it?
And what's the circle, the ring that you have?
So this ring,
a bit like an E-string.
So this is actually a silicone pessary ring that a women's health physio or a gynae nurse or a gynae doctor can insert up into the vagina, and what it does is it hoists up your pelvic floor, and that can help with the prolapse. And they also do another little one that has
for the vagina.
Exactly.
Pilates
yes.
I know we've got to go in a minute.
Scaffolding for a ceiling.
What's that?
Okay, so you are a troublemaker. So that is just. I have this in my box. I have this in my box of tricks. It's run out of battery now. But it is to show that women, you know, some women as they get older, the penetration of sex might be just difficult for them.
Yeah. Oh.
So I show ladies that, you know, they can use clitoral stimulation and very little small discrete objects. But actually what I do want to say to you is, okay, our clitorises can shrink as we go through perimenopause and menopause too. And they're our main form of pleasure.
Yeah.
They're the organ that will give us the most pleasure. So they can shrink and we don't talk about it. But if penises were shrinking, it would be an emergency.
Wow. So top story somewhere.
That's a way in line.
Really, Laura, I think you've given everybody so much information. You've learnt stuff too, haven't you? Yeah. And so your book is out. People can educate themselves even more, and we loved having you on, Laura Dowling.
Yeah.